What's up? Welcome back to Joe's Coral Reef. Today we're going to do an update on the Rico Nano Challenge tank. What's up? Welcome back to Joe's Coral Reef. Today we're doing an update on the Rico's Nano Challenge tank. I'd like to say, hey, everything's awesome and it's doing great and the corals are growing, but I've neglected it. The last video I said I neglected it. I was going to try to right the ship. You know what? I don't think I have. I've changed the water maybe 4 times on here in 6 months. Things are growing. Without me helping, things are growing. They're not coloring the way that when I bought a lot of these birds' nests and stylos, had a lot of color to them, greens and pinks. This one was red, and everything's just kind of the same brown now. Some of the plating corals are growing. They're growing really well. That Mani is kind of growing. It's lost a lot of its green. It had this bright green. It's growing, but it's lost some of that color. This thing on the frag rack, which I never took off the frag rack because I was so lazy, is actually probably doing one of the best. This red and green Smurf mushroom thing. Other than that, it's kind of limbering along. The algae's doing awesome. I've still got the 2 fish separated. I don't know if I showed you last time, the dotty back, who was a jerk when I tried to put the damsel in there, beat him up, wound up coming over the wall, and I came down and he was beating up the damsel. So I put the damsel over here, and I left the dotty back over here until I can do something with him. He is a little jerk. He is a jerk fish. I don't know what I'm going to do with him, but other than that, what I've been wanting to check is the lighting. So this is the Kessil A350. This is the original Kessil light. This light is probably 7 years old, maybe more. I mean, I got it when Kessil first came to the market. It was one of their first lights like this. I've had it ever since. It ran on one tank, was stored for a couple years, now it's back on this tank. And I've always been kind of curious with the PAR to see what it does. I took the PAR meter out, so let's do some checks. So right underneath it, right underneath the water, we get 200 PAR. Let's go down a couple inches at some of these corals here. 130. Oops, I don't want to knock anything off. 130. Let's go over here. Ooh, 97. How about the sand bed? Oop. Well, 130. So I'm not getting a lot of PAR out of this thing. 100, 100. This could be the reasoning. Let's go, let's check this one all the way out. What do we got? 130. I mean, it's decent, but, and this is maxed all the way up. So maybe I'll try lowering it. So at the water surface, this is out of the water in the air, I'm getting 280. So, I think stylos, I think around 200 bird's nests might be good. I'll have to look that up, check that out. But, I'm getting growth out of it. Everything's growing. All of them have white tips. All the bird's nests, they're growing. Just not very colorful, and they've all kind of turned into that brown color. Maybe because I haven't put too much blue on here. I don't know. That's what I'm going to try to figure out. But, I think a lot of us in this Rico's Nano Challenge, we've neglected our tanks. We haven't been paying attention. I haven't seen, when it started out, we were going to do live updates, and they were going to bring everybody in. We were going to talk about our tanks. Nothing ever happened. I've been putting out Instagram once a week. I've been putting out monthly videos on YouTube, although not that great. I am trying to put those videos out there. I think as a community, we got to come together. We really do. We got to bring this challenge back together and finish it off strong. I'm putting the shout out. Let's do that. Let's do this. I'm going to put some more dedication into this tank. I'm going to try to color up these corals. We know they grow. We know they're growing. The fish are living. The plating stuff's growing. Now let's go at it. Let's figure out what do we have to do to bring these corals back, some color back into this tank. We'll go from there. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I hope to do more updates. Oh, one more thing. Last video, I said I was going to put a pump on there. The only flow I have is this power head coming out of here, and I think this is only like 150 gallons an hour. This is not a lot of flow. I was going to put this Tunzine on there. Guess what I haven't done in a month? Probably over a month. I haven't done this. It's still here. So I got to get to work, right? Kick my butt in the comments. Tell me to get to it, because we really do. We got to put some effort into this Nano Challenge tank and get it going again. I'm kind of embarrassed that I have to show this, but is what it is. This is a year-long challenge. It's about, you know, failing and making mistakes and then coming back. And I think this is a mistake. This is 4 water changes, 6 months, no dosing. I checked the elk, it was like 6.5. The light, as you can see, is not probably giving the right spectrum. It's old. I mean, right here is a broken reef tank. It needs a little update, needs to be fixed. The good thing is, right, it's not all bad. The green hair algae, right, that first couple months, it was all over the sand bed. It was all in here. Not so much anymore. There's really none on the sand bed. I do have a conch in there, and he's been working pretty diligently, I think, on the sand bed. But the rocks, there's not much on the rocks. And I will be honest, I do not scrape the glass that often. This was the first time I scraped the glass in probably since the last time I did the video. I do not do it that often. There was not a thick, heavy hair algae on it. So, I mean, there are some good things. It is moving along. I think this Miracle Mud with this huge ball of Chaeto, I think it's a good biological filtration. I really do. Now I just got to get the lighting right, the spectrum right, to get those colors to pop, right? I really do. So, tune in. Let's stick to this. Let's do this. Let's finish it off strong, right? Everybody else, this is a call out. All you other Nano Challenge people, stick to it. Finish it, right? We started this. Let's finish it. Whether you've been doing updates or not, nobody cares. Nobody cares. What happens, what people care about is how we finish this challenge, right? So we can start a new one. So, take care, everybody. See ya.